presented by Church Tech U. It's the ProPresenter show. On today's show, how to fix it when your media isn't showing in the slides area and the text kind of looks funky too. Hi and welcome again to the ProPresenter show. This is the show where I teach you all about ProPresenter. My name's Paul Allen Clifford. And before we get started, why don't you join the over 10,000 other people who have subscribed to this channel and click the bell icon, etc., so that they can know exactly when I upload new tutorials, which tends to happen every Tuesday. So this is a question I get a lot. People will have a problem where they get into ProPresenter and the middle slides area, it just looks totally wrong. They can't see any media. You know, they might have dragged a background in, or they might have a foreground video clip, something like that. Can't see it at all. And the text, it's big. Like, it might have an ellipsis in the middle, but it's big. It's easy to read, but it doesn't look like how it should on the screen. So how do you fix that? Well, let's head over to the computer and we'll take a look. So here we are, and you get in and this is what you see. So there's an ellipsis there. I think there's more words there, and this looks legible, but it's not exactly what I was trying to do. And there's a background here, and it's not. So I'm sure that I've just totally broken ProPresenter. I'll have to reboot. No. It's actually a feature. This isn't one of those things where it was a bug and then the programmer said, no, it's a feature. No, this is actually a feature. In fact, I jokingly call this old people mode because I'm 49 and I used to have 20/20 vision in one eye and 20/15 in the other. So I had great vision. Not so much anymore. Now that I'm older, really this is a helpful thing to me. So go down here to the bottom, right below the slides area and above the media layer, if you've got that enabled showing. If you don't, this button up here will toggle it on and off. So if it's off, it will be further down here, and if it's on, it'll be between the two layers. Either way, this blue T, that's your culprit. That is easy view mode. Notice when I leave the mouse over there, it says easy view. What you're used to is grid view. So if you click on the 4 boxes right here, all of a sudden it's the way that it is. Exactly what you expected to see. Because in easy view mode, notice I click on this. Oops, my key is still on from earlier. I click on this, and that is what I see, but this slide doesn't look like that at all. So it could be very confusing if you didn't know to look for that. But you might be wondering, I didn't turn that on. How could that accidentally be turned on? Well, it's actually the tilde key. Some people pronounce it tilde. I'm not judging. I don't know which is actually correct. I just know in my philosophy class we called it a tilde. So under the escape button on your keyboard, there is a button directly below that and above tab. If you tap on that, actually let's press and hold that button. While you're pressing and holding, it will show you the grid view. If you let go, it'll show you the opposite view, in this case, the easy view. If you were on grid view, and let's say you were having trouble reading that and you just wanted it on there temporarily, you could press and hold it and it'll go into easy view temporarily. What if you want to use the keyboard shortcut to toggle between these two? Well, double tap the tilde, and it will go back and forth. So I think that maybe what happens is if someone accidentally hits the keyboard there, or something falls on the keyboard and it accidentally hits it, or something like that, or Heck, I suppose that key could start to go out, and maybe it's pressing it and you don't want it to. Some sort of debris is in there, something like that. Well, that could cause that. And that would explain exactly what's going on and how you can accidentally get it. So that is Easy View, which is this funky view that's actually meant to make it easier on our eyes to read, especially if you're older like I am. Or it's also Grid View, which is the default view that most people look. Oh, by the way, while I'm talking about Easy View versus Grid View, if you're in Easy View, down here, there's a little ellipsis inside a circle. If you click on that, you can click this Show Media Actions, and it will show the media actions in the Easy View, except I'm on a beta version that's a little bug they're going to iron out later. But you can see that up here it did in fact do it on here. So that's a way that maybe you can get the best of both worlds if you're on a non-beta version, where it will update that, where you can see the media and you can also see the text. But in this case, notice that it's kind of hard to read. So just do keep that in mind. You can tweak things here to make it a little easier to read. So maybe I would want to change that to black for that particular presentation. Whatever. But that's what Easy View and Grid View mode do in ProPresenter 7. If you like this content, you'd probably like my ProPresenter 7 Quick Start course. So head on over to TDM.fyi/pro7 quick. Give me your name and email address, and I'll give you a login for free to that course. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford from TrinityDigitalMedia.com and ChurchTechU.com, reminding you to go out and change eternity.